Here on Southern Avenue in the commuter parking lot. It's Friday the 17th of April, 4 a.m. They are working on that new fitness rec center, whatever you want to call it. No, they were working all night. They got some concrete. Man, the weather's so good. I suppose at some point you just got to work around the clock. Bunch of guys out here, man. Old rec center. They've already torn up the pool. The pool is just the old soccer practice field and the intramurals. Didn't have to worry about closing that up. No intramurals the rest of the spring. That's the old, in the back there is where the Memphis basketball team practiced for years. A couple of years now they've had a state-of-the-art facility over about a mile away, over in the southeast of here. That is the student rec center, still in open, and that will be replaced here in this big monster. I'm assuming that's the basketball gym right there. Yes, it is. Look at that. You can see the open space there, all the structure around it. So that's a full gym there. And it is right next to the bridge they finished about 6 months ago, pedestrian over the railroad, which they've had here for years and years, is a huge safety hazard. Students crossing from the commuter parking lot to the campus. Got those LED lightings, and I imagine this baby's going to be lit up too. There was one time about 15 years ago they were talking about tearing down everything in eminent domain, the crappy houses to the south, and building a stadium here attached to the campus. That wasn't money for that. So the entry here, once that's done, is right into the heart of the campus. Although, of course, you're not supposed to be using the parking tower over there. The kids park all over the neighborhoods around it, and that parking structure there holds every commuter car now. Would have been perfect to have a stadium near here. This is Southern, by the way. This street continues, does a little S-curve around the railroad tracks, because here it's on the south side of the tracks, but it does an S-curve or a little chicane around the track, and then is on the north side of the tracks, and 1.9 miles due west straight down that line is Southern, is the southern edge of the Liberty Bowl. So the Liberty Bowl is basically 2 miles away from the campus, and that's what, and that ship has sailed. They'll never be a on stadium campus here. No way to go north, east, or west, and south is gone now. In fact, they've just invested millions and millions of dollars there in something else they need. So that, I mean, I guess, if they went east, hell, my house would be gone. They'd have to eminent domain the whole neighborhood. But every other school around, they have had nobody on campus in weeks. For the last 20 years, the amount of money they've spent on that thing opened up probably about 20 years ago, the clock tower on campus. This right here is new in the last 20 years. In fact, the football team now, because they used to always have, they didn't have a good facility on campus for hosting banquets and functions, and they would rent out from the Marriott or the Hilton, the Marriott usually, And now they have them up. They can have functions there on the third floor of that building. I've been to one, and so it's quite nice. Not to mention, you know, a mile away, the new basketball and football facilities, practice facilities, and there's some new buildings on the north side of the campus that I'm not going to get to walk to that are new here. It is incredible. College is such an industry now. All right. Well, man, we're going to turn around. Now, this is what I'm trying to get. Here comes the Cisco truck delivering food. But there are no students in none of the restaurants. They've got just like there's a Chick-fil-A and Moe's and all these vendors that have contracts on campus. But in fact, this guy's delivering right here to the place where they host the banquets and all that. Who's consuming the food? You know what? I think I might have read they're doing some prep for some of the local public schools that did meals for disadvantaged kids at home had an outbreak of the virus and had to be shut down. And I think maybe that, in fact, I want to say that the University of Memphis offered up their spot. Maybe that's what that is. All right. How about this? These signs are new. I say 2 years old. I mean, it really was a very crappy city school. I know in Texas they used to call the University of Houston Cougar High. This was Tiger High. The Houston campus has a lot of dated buildings on there too. Not as old. These here were dated about 70 years old. The ones in Houston are all stuck in the huge. You can tell at Houston when oil money was flowing through the streets, whatever period, and they had more money than they knew what to do with, and they crappy looking time dated stuff like the Air Force Academy has. You can just tell, like, wow, it just screams 1958. There you go. I gotta believe I'm doing this video here, and there's the only other thing moving is there's a police car that is circled around twice, 2 or 3 times. There's a chance this guy has actually responded to a burglary at my house. Although it's been a while now. But and so we got a car down there. I'm the only thing moving between me and the food truck, and the guy's pouring concrete over here. See if I get arrested. I don't know what I'd be arrested for.